You know how you said you couldn't find the end
Yes?
of this? Because it's plastic wrapped.
Oops. Thank goodness for Jason.
Sure you're okay up there?
So how you doing?
Not what I expected.
Not at all.
But I think most people could say that these days. Things are very up in the air, very different.
And this is clearly not an RV.
Yeah, we are feet down in a townhouse just south of Salt Lake City in a place called Cottonwood Heights. Beautiful mountains right behind us, but not in an RV.
No, there's a story there. So we were in Colorado
Right.
when
All
everything
this
hit the
craziness
fan.
started. Yep.
Yeah, and once everything closed down, it didn't make any sense to stay there.
Yeah, I mean, we were paying all this money for a beautiful campground RV park right across the street from Breckenridge. And it's great when the skiing is open, but when you take that out of the mix, it's a lot of money for...
And it's not even just the money, it's the
Yeah.
snow. We were still
Yeah.
dealing with a lot of snow and cold
Yeah.
and
It was cool, though. We got snowshoes, and we hiked up and down that mountain a couple of times. That was very cool. I'm really looking forward to doing that more.
yeah. But yeah, we were ready for something a little bit warmer where we didn't have to deal with all the snow and the ice at that point.
Yeah, and our son, he came to visit us for spring break, and just because of what they did with his school, he ended up staying. So,
And his summer plans were canceled and
yeah, so having four of us in the trailer in the middle of winter with cabin fever in Colorado, not so much.
so we went to Albuquerque and we were there. We got a monthly lease because everything was kind of crazy at that point, and it makes it a heck of a lot cheaper, but also it was really hard. It didn't make sense to travel, wasn't smart on our part to be
Yeah.
traveling, and
Especially-
places weren't letting you.
Especially in the early days, yeah, it was like,
Not knowing.
at one point they thought that they were going to kick half the RV park out. So you didn't, if you were there, you didn't want to leave because you wanted to be able to get somewhere else, and you didn't know where that was going to be. So we signed that monthly lease, which actually, I think that made us like semi-permanent residents or something. And it didn't count towards their numbers, but whatever. It was all craziness. So we stayed there for about a month, and then
Jordan hated it there,
right.
and he needed a job, so
Yeah.
and it was just kind of crazy down there. So we headed up to Utah, and yeah, he was able to find a job, and we'd had a little bit of kind of chaos on the road one day. Had a little trouble with the outdoor kitchen and a little leak.
That we didn't know about,
Yeah.
and so we plugged in the water, and it just ran everywhere.
So we needed to get that dealt with when we got to Utah, because we figured we would be here for a while, and even that didn't quite go the way we thought it was going to go. We thought, what did they tell us initially? Just based on the estimates. Fortunately, it was covered by insurance,
Right.
but what they thought they'd keep it for a week or two.
Right. Yeah, that turned out to be forever.
It's gone.
Yep. The insurance company basically said it's going to cost more to fix it. Or no, they said after it was fixed, it wouldn't be worth the cost it was insured for. So they decided to total it.
Yeah. So we don't have an RV anymore.
So packed it all up, rented a townhouse we rented a townhouse for 1 month when we started, thinking that we were going to be picking up the RV again and moving again, but we ended up renting it for the summer.
So we've been looking, but it's not a great time because everybody and their brother decided that RVing was the best thing around.
Best vacation, yeah. The market is hot at the moment because everybody's looking for something to do in the summertime, but I think it's going to change. And we learned a lot about what we liked our first RV and what we want in our second. So big changes.
Yeah.
Putting the van on the market and Utah, what a great place to sell a four-wheel drive van.
Yeah. So we figured we'd sell that here before we head back to Florida, and then
Yep.
figure out next steps.
Yep. Pick up a hopefully pick up a pickup truck. We can put our stuff in a trailer, a U-Haul trailer, get it across the country, get our son settled at school, and then go from there.
We'll see. Should be interesting.
Always an adventure.
Definitely.
Think so?
Cool.
You checked all these?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go. Bye-bye, trailer.
Bye. Been a lot of places. Served us well.
A lot of states.
Now it's time for a new adventure.
Yep. Bye-bye. Anyways, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video.